Come and get me.
Game Trailers Game of the Year Awards 2012. Game of the Year.
The time has finally come for us to make the big decision. What is the best game of 2012? It's been an interesting year, to say the least. Indie releases are on the rise, and some big-budget sequels have taken it on the chin. All of this culminates in one of the more unpredictable and difficult years to evaluate the entire market. The most heated discussions the Game Trailers editorial staff has embarked upon for our annual awards have resulted in the following 5 nominees. Hold on to your hats, because this category is sure to surprise.
And the nominees are Assassin's Creed 3.
Ubisoft's marquee action-adventure franchise just keeps getting better, and with its clever premise, it's primed for many more years of viability. But in many ways, this third numerated installment is the culmination of many years of experimentation and tweaks, resulting in the game that the publisher had likely set out to deliver in the first place. From its one-of-a-kind story to its refined combat and startling extras like naval battles and hunting, it's a game that has something for just about everyone, and lots of it. We'll remember our time spent in colonial America for many years to come, securing it a nomination for Game of the Year.
Now I stand among the greatest and fight for the weakest.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
The Call of Duty franchise endures more criticism than just about any other in recent memory, some of it warranted and some not. But year after year, Activision laughs all the way to the bank as players more concerned with holding a controller than chatting on message boards buy it in droves and play it for months on end. This year, with massive successful changes to both the campaign and multiplayer, it's hard for even the harshest critic to level the hate and keep a straight face. It's the game that folks have been asking for, and it delivers, setting a new standard for storytelling in action games in the process.
There will be nothing anyone can do to stop it.
Journey.
The little DLC game that could finds itself on our hot list for 2012 thanks to its interesting take on co-op communication and a ton of atmosphere. Stripped to its bare bones, it's not an especially complicated or intricate experience, but it's a testament to the power of a game's presentation that its coat of paint manages to slather over the cracks and leave players no worse for the wear. It's a very personal experience that affects everyone differently, and something that the industry could use a whole lot more of. Great things can truly come in small packages.
Mass Effect 3.
While the memories of a botched ending are almost completely faded in our minds, we still have a vivid recollection of the dozens of hours we spent inside Mass Effect 3's sprawling expanse. Its baby steps towards a more rank-and-file action experience ingratiate it to a much wider audience without stepping on the toes of RPG purists. This type of balancing act is no easy feat, and while we certainly would have liked to have more of our decisions factor into the final outcome, there's no denying that BioWare wrapped us up in its world once again, and even after scores of hours, we still didn't want them to let us go. Its spaghetti-like systems, stellar production values, and excellent character development make it an easy nominee for the best game of 2012.
I don't think we can count on anywhere being safe right now.
You getting all this?
XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Strategy games are usually a hard sell when you're talking about the game of the year. They've evolved so slowly over time, and we've heard one developer after another try and explain how their game is going to be the one to change the tide. Yet Firaxis is the studio that has finally done it. Sure, the story is a little schlocky, but this game is all about the time you spend interacting with it. No two players will ever experience the same thing, making it infinitely replayable. And in this day and age of checkpoints every 5 virtual feet, its meaningful decisions combined with devilish consequences add a sense of urgency to every moment at the controls.
Remember, we will be watching.
And the winner is XCOM Enemy Unknown.
It may be a shocker to some, but in a year where so many games have elicited such polarizing responses, XCOM is the one release that the entire Game Trailers editorial team is able to agree is a top-shelf experience. Interactivity, choice, and value are things that we highly covet here at GT, and XCOM Enemy Unknown scratches all three of those itches very well. It embodies the one more turn aesthetic while bringing much-needed production values to the fore. But most importantly, the amount of tension and foreboding we feel with every click of the mouse or button press simply has no match in 2012. Then you start looking at the systems underneath the hood and its breadth, and it's a game players will be able to pick up decades from now and still enjoy. XCOM Enemy Unknown is timeless, intricate, deep, and unnerving, making it our Game of the Year for 2012.
Excellent work, Strike One.